Brian, great to talk to you, and congratulations, 11 big wins. You got to feel pretty darn good.
I feel really, really good, especially having taken a year off. This was a great comeback.
Brian, I know because from what I understand, you had an elbow injury.
I just had, last year I had a case of tennis elbow or shooter elbow, and doctor recommended that, probably might not want to do any shooting because all I was going to do is make it worse, and then I would end up going under the knife. So I had actually taken about 18 months off before I started pulling triggers again.
Wow, so did you really have much time to practice before you headed to Camp Perry?
I shot for about 6 weeks.
Wow, talk about confidence in oneself.
Well, I was lucky. I got a new gun manufacturer that sponsored myself and the team this year, and I definitely got the confidence in the guns and the equipment and the ammunition. So it was all up to me from that point.
But hey, I remember in years past when I was at Camp Perry, you were always the guy. You'd say, "Who's the guy to watch?" And they'd say, "One guy." It was your name. Everybody was watching.
Yeah, and this year, honestly, I don't think I was that guy to watch this year. I think everybody was looking at Jim Henderson and John Zurich to walk away with it.
Mm-hmm. But I was reading, too, you weren't so sure it was going to turn out the way it did when things first got started last week.
Actually, you know what? I felt pretty comfortable going into the 45 match.
Mm-hmm.
I held my own, stayed at 22 in center fire. I was down 1 point going into the 45 match. And I've been down further and have won it. But after my slow fire on the 45 day, I really didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And I thought, you know what? Do your best on a short line. Just don't embarrass yourself, and maybe you can still get second or third. And knuckled down. And, I shot a really good short line on the 45 day, and it was enough to hold. So,
and I think you said something I read that a lot of people competing at Camp Perry would agree with. You said it's a different animal.
It absolutely is, and that's what really. I was actually really shocked when I locked off the line and started talking to Jim Henderson, and found out what he had shot on the 45 match, and that John Zurich won it with an 886. And honestly, there's no reason on 45 day that we didn't have a winner shooting in the 890s because the conditions were perfect. It was one of the cooler days out there. There was a little bit of breeze, a little bit of overcast. We should have done better, but it's Camp Perry, and you can't control the mystery that is Camp Perry.
And I think that's something everybody feels there. I mean, you could be at your best, you show up, and then something happens.
Oh, absolutely, anytime, and really, I mean, you could even be at your best and just shoot Camp Perry. You can't explain it.
It's probably the history of that place,
I think so. I think it's a combination of the history, being on the waterfront there. I really hope that the nuclear plant over there doesn't have any effect on it, because that could be bad for all of us. But I just think, I don't know, tidal rotation, or I don't know. It's hard to explain. I've always had a big zero change there from whatever my zero is typically.
Yeah, but it really...
Somewhere in the middle of the match, my zero changes again, almost always back to what it originally was.
Yeah, and it really is a great place for so many people, like a family reunion going back there every year.
It is. It's, and so many shooters that do go up there. It really, I think the majority of the people that go there, it's more of a vacation, and it is a big reunion and just a big gathering of, Second Amendment loving, gun toting individuals that, have a huge common bond.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about when you were competing in the History Channel's Top Shot. What the heck was that like?
That was a lot different than shooting bullseye. I mean, if you look at bullseye or just about any other shooting discipline, you kind of know what to expect every day. Top Shot, you never knew what to expect. Even after we have a practice session, and we'd all be back in the house, and we'd be talking about what are we going to do tomorrow, and we'd all come up with ideas, and all they were guesses. We were never ever even close to what the challenges were. I mean, who dropped somebody from 120 feet on a crane with a gun? Well, where else are you going to get to do that?
Yeah. But hey, you did it, buddy.
I did, and well, that one I fell a little short on, but it's okay. I went back this year and I redeemed myself, I think.
Well, it's good to know your elbow's getting better, and I got to ask you, 11 wins. Are you coming back again to Camp Perry?
Absolutely. I've always set goals for myself, and 11 was, I mean, making double digits at number 10 was good. I had to get 11 to make sure it wasn't just a fluke with the double digits. And now, I mean, come on, I'm in double digits. I got to make it a dozen, right?
Hey, what the heck? I mean, keep on going. You got everybody there going, what next?
as long as I can shoot, I will be there trying to rack up as many as I can. So, just give somebody else a chance, something to shoot for.
Well, and there's, the competition every year. I mean, it's stiff and a lot of great shooters. So I'm sure, for you, it's really a big, big win, no doubt.
Oh, it absolutely is. And the competition is always there. And granted, I mean, you get, over 600, getting back up close to 700 competitors that can't parry again. It pretty much boils down to about a dozen of us that have a chance of actually walking away with the Harrison Trophy.
Yeah. Well,
but they're all tough shooters. I mean,
well, stay healthy, and we'll look for you next year.
Oh, absolutely.